Whew, struggle is real. Siri, what's the current temperature in Lagos?
It's 25 degrees right now in Lagos.
25 degrees. I'm asking Siri because it's super windy. It looks like it'll probably rain. And I'm at Landmark Center in Lagos, Nigeria. YouTube Nigeria is having an event, right? And it's a 2-day event. It's a workshop mainly for YouTubers here at Landmark. Yesterday was day 1, today is day 2. And it was great yesterday. And I didn't plan on doing a video here, but because of something that happened at the end of yesterday, I decided I'll do a video. So yesterday after the event, on the way home, leaving here, a friend of mine asked, what direction I was going in, and I said I'm heading to the mainland because I knew that she stays on the island. And when I told her that, she was like, "You stay on the mainland?" I was like, "Yes, I stay on the mainland." She thought I stayed on the island. I was like, "No, my family, my parents, they live on the island. I live on the mainland." Then she said something along the lines of, "I can't believe you left living on the island to go and live on the mainland just because you wanted to be independent, because you wanted to live on your own." Now that statement is loaded with controversy. For those of you watching who may not know, in Lagos, Nigeria, there's this whole, I don't know, is it a class or society thing where there's a notion, a very wrong notion, that people that live on the island are better off or more well-to-do than people that live on the mainland. It's very controversial, almost as controversial as the Ghana Jollof, Niger Jollof thing. But I'm not going to touch that. What I want to touch today, and what I'm going to be asking people at the YouTube event about today is, especially ladies, does it make a difference to a woman if a guy that she's dating or the guy that is talking to her, trying to talk to her, if he lives on his own or if he still lives at home with his parents? So yeah, that should be very interesting. I'll be asking predominantly ladies, and I'm looking forward to hearing what they will say. I'll be doing that, and I'll be showing you stuff. Hopefully I'll be showing you stuff that's going on at the YouTube event as well. I didn't plan to vlog or to carry my camera around, but it looks like I'm gonna have to do that. So hey, wish me luck, guys. Finally I can get my tripod off. The struggle is so real. I will show you my setup right now. I had to wedge my tripod with my laptop bag so that the wind doesn't knock over the camera and the tripod. It's super windy. I think, the sun looks like it's coming out now. I'm sure you can tell it's over there, and I think I've gotten brighter between when I started and now. But yeah, it's super windy. Okay guys, so I've got the first person here with me. This is Adenike.
This is the weirdest thing, right? You know what just came to my head?
What came to your mind?
I was like, okay,
I noticed that you giggled or something.
Yeah, I just met this guy
yesterday,
and now I'm sitting in his car. Well, it's not strange. We met yesterday.
And we have a mutual friend who's a fellow YouTuber, Casey. Yes. What's up?
Hi, Casey. Yeah, I'm here with still.
But we've bonded without you anyway.
Yeah, so bye.
So I didn't tell us about what's the name of your YouTube channel and what do you talk about? What's your channel about?
Okay, so my name is Adenike Adivaya. Hi people. On my YouTube channel, I talk about Nollywood movies. I review Nollywood movies. I vlog about myself, and now I'm going to be venturing into lifestyle as well because I'm getting married and I'm starting this whole new life. So I just want to carry people along and just
and infuse that to your channel.
And infuse exactly.
Anyway, okay, so here's the situation. When you're dating a guy, or when you'd be dating a guy, when a guy is talking to you, did you feel like there's a difference in those days between guys that live on their own and guys that still live in their parents' house? Did it make a difference to you?
No, not really. And well, I guess I'm not a good example because I was never really interested in a guy that was, or I never really had that dating conversation with a guy that was still living with his parents. Because at different stages in my life, always maybe not being at home myself or living on my own or something. And so the guys that I met, they also were either away at school living by themselves, you know, or something. So I never really had that experience per se, but what I can say is that it's not an issue at all, as long as he has plans of moving out.
Okay.
You know, his age matters. How old is he? How old is this guy we're talking about? You know, what does he do? Can he afford to live by himself? These are the things you consider, you know. And if those things are not the case, like if maybe he's still trying to pick himself back up, maybe things
build up his savings,
you know, build up his savings or something, then it's very much okay for him to live at home, as long as they make it easy for you to come in to visit. You know, the home is welcoming, it's warm. You know, as long as that's the case, then I don't think I would have an issue with it. So I mean, people see life is in stages, and I know we are all eager to get that final banana island house. But at the end of the day, I feel like we as women shouldn't put so much pressure on men, and we shouldn't put so much pressure on ourselves. We just allow ourselves to go through the stages of life, really. So
one last question, I didn't care. What age do you think a guy should move out of his parents' house or start thinking about moving out of his parents' house? Is it a function of age or being ready?
That's what I was gonna say. I don't think it's a function of age. I think it's a function of maturity. Are you there yet? Do you understand? And can you afford it? You know, when I was going to move out of my parents' house, I mean, they let me, and in fact, I wasn't just going to move out of their house. I was going to move to a completely different state.
Wow.
You know, and I was telling my dad, like, yeah, you know, I was done with school. I wanted to change cities. I wanted to just start a whole new life. And I remember telling my dad that, oh, you know, I don't know where to move to. And I was like, he doesn't care, as long as I find a job wherever I'm going, you know. And so I moved out. I moved to a different city, and it was fine. I could afford it. I got a job and all of that. I wouldn't want to meet a 40-year-old that's still living.
Male or female, that's still lives with their parents.
Even a 35-year-old, do you understand?
Right.
That still, if he's 35 and he's still living with his parents, then why? There must be a reason. You know, it must be something must have gone wrong at some point. You get? So, but that doesn't mean it's the end. So it's not a function of age. It's a function of so many factors: the money, the maturity. Can you take care of yourself?
I hold abroad somebody like you, Joe. This small code. I didn't care. So yeah, I've given you the synopsis, right?
Yes.
What's your opinion? You know, a guy trying to either date you or trying to settle down with you. One that lives, you know, by himself, another one living, you know, with the parents. What's up?
For me, if I want to date a guy now and he's still at home, no biggies. It's the person of the guy that matters.
Right.
I have a friend who literally moved out of his parents' house just a week before he got married.
Okay.
Not every guy is cut out to staying on his own. Not every guy is cut out to owning a place of his own even before he gets to live. I'm very particular about the personality of the guy in question. You will know a guy who is lazy. You know a guy who is
hardworking, determined.
Exactly.
Right.
So yeah. Why should that then be there are more issues in life.
Yeah, pressing matters.
You know, accommodation. I honestly would not want to go to see my boyfriend, and I probably want to whip up a meal and clashing with mom, see in the kitchen. It sounds very.
She'll be like, good for 2 hours.
It sounds very gory, but there's some people that are lucky enough to have boyfriends with moms that are amazing,
right?
And that shouldn't be a problem. If I believe that my boyfriend's mom is uber cool.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll click on that level. But we always know when there are limits.
Right.
The fact that we'll click doesn't mean I will go and start using all her seasoning. I'll mess up her kitchen. I'm just giving an instance. This is where the guy stays in the place and even has to share kitchen. There are a lot of them who stay in the places and don't have to share kitchen. They have apartments in the house. Some of them stay in the chalet or in the BQ. So it differs, man. You just check the personality.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's the personality and the mindset that matter.
Exactly. I'm so particular about the guy in question. Finally made it on any.
Don't worry, you have your own one-on-one full interview moments with more style. And we're wearing red on red, as per YouTube.
Zaga.
Okay, so I'm with Tosi now.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. I think that when it comes to love and relationships, there's always theory and then there's always practical. That's why sometimes when I see gisting on Twitter, I don't even get into it because anybody can have, this is what I'm gonna do, this is what I don't like. And then when you're in that situation, that's when you really know what it is you like.
When the rubber hits the road, right?
Yeah. So I honestly, it's not something that I have thought of in the sense of, if a guy still stays with his parents, and I'm not even gonna give him my number, because I feel like the way I love and the way I fall for people, I honestly just fall for the person first, and then we sort of start figuring everything out. Okay, so where'd you work and stuff like that. So it's not, and if you look, Lagos is a bit of a tough place.
It is.
Because if a guy still has like that drive and that ambition, and he's staying at home, not like they're staying at home and then they're staying at home. They're staying at home where you're still independent. You're probably helping your parents out with some of the rent.
You're saving money.
You're giving them something every month.
Right.
You're still independent. You're just staying at home. You're maybe then that's cool. But if he's staying at home, like mommy still comes to wake him up. My son, will you eat? I am your personal alarm. You don't need alarm clock when I'm here. And then his mom wakes him up in the morning, and then they give him breakfast, and then his mom brings him lunch at work. And then you might start asking, you might start saying, but there are no hard or fast rules when it comes to falling in love. Honestly, always use your brain. Nobody say don't use your brain to fall in love. But when it happens to you, a lot of rules just
fly out the window. Okay, so neither here nor there.
For me, I don't think it's like a hard or fast rule, because you might meet a guy who's on his own but who's not as independent as a guy who is staying at home. You have to always ask, what are the circumstances, what's the reason. For example, I know someone who moved back home to take care of his dad because his dad fell ill. So do you understand? So if you have a hard or fast rule, you're going to miss out on a decent guy who would move back home just to take care of his dad. Do you understand what I mean? There are always reasons and stories.
But hey, we got what we wanted to get.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel.
And on your channel you do what? What's it about? Is it lifestyle?
SYMB you see get and subscribe and find out.
Text.
Subscribe first. Then you will know what the
and tell her in the comments, tell her how awesome her outfit is. Your dashiki is awesome. So colorful.
Dashiki pie.